are you? Welcome back to my channel. I know I probably look very different right now. I just had a wild morning. I found out my camera that I normally film on, memory card broke inside of it. So I lost everything on that memory card, and the camera is gonna cost a couple $100s to repair and take a while. So I am on a Canon Rebel T5, which is not great for video, and there's no flip up screen, so I can't see if this is even recording right now. So if this looks terrible, I am so sorry. But I'm here with another kind of nutrition type video today. I am actually on day one of Whole30. Whole30, from someone's point of view with a nutrition degree, is one of the only kind of like trends that I actually really like. Every once in a while I will do the 30 days. If you don't know what Whole30 is, I will go ahead and link their website below. In my opinion, it's kind of like a reset that's very limiting on the processed foods that you can actually eat. So I haven't done it in, actually since I got married, so I haven't done it in half a year. I used to do it every couple of months, and I have just felt very sluggish and bloated, and I haven't been eating great. So I'm doing it as a way to kind of reset my habits, reset my palate, get away from all the sugars and all of the processed foods and eat more real healthy foods. That also being said though, I have learned after doing it so many times that I actually modify it to fit my lifestyle, and I think that is totally okay. I've done it the very, very strict way many a times. It's awesome. From like a scientific point of view, I see why they cut out the things they do, but from a longevity point of view, I have made some modifications so that I can actually complete all 30 days and do it frequently without hating myself. So today I'm gonna go through a haul of all the foods that I just bought to do my Whole30 and talk through it a little bit. I was initially going to meal prep with you as well, but since I don't have my camera, this camera has to be stagnant and stable. I can't really take you vlog style. So instead I'm just gonna dive into what I eat when I'm doing Whole30, especially snacks, because snacks are hard, and why. So the modifications that I have made while doing Whole30, in my opinion, Whole30 puts a little too much emphasis on consuming meat products for protein. It cuts out all legumes, and so I have modified that a little bit. I allow myself chickpeas, and I allow myself some soy products. I actually didn't buy any soy products for this week, but allowing myself some tofu and things like that, I've actually found I still feel great. The general mentality behind it for me is trying to reset my habits, and so that goal is still completed while having things like hummus and tofu. If you are just trying to go like as anti-inflammatory as possible, as low FODMAP as possible, whatever, maybe cut out those things. Just tailor it for your lifestyle. But I also realized I eat more veggies when I can dip them in things like hummus, so I end up eating healthier when I have something like hummus to go alongside with my veggies. Another modification I do is in Whole30, when you have like nut milks and nut creamers and things like that, they're supposed to have no stabilizers, no carrageenans, no anything like that, and that is awesome. I stand behind that nutritionally 100%. But from a practicality point of view, I love to, you know, go out and get a matcha or whatever, and it's just really hard to stay away from those things and not have to like stay at home and milk some almonds, you know? I'm gonna walk you through all the type of snacky type things. I love flavored nuts. So these are from Trader Joe's. This is the Thai lime and chili cashew. This has so many good spices on it. There's lemongrass, there is lime, paprika, like it's so good. There is a tiny, tiny amount of sugar added, but per serving is still 0 grams of sugar. That's one of the things, if you're strictly following Whole30, this isn't quite Whole30, but for the practicality of it, it's whatever. So this is something I love to snack on when I'm craving something salty, something flavorful. Just a small handful of these cures that craving. Kind of similarly, I have been eating this forever. I love Rhythm Kale Chips. Oh, I didn't realize I got the original. Dang it. I like the Cool Ranch, is really good. But they also add a tiny, tiny little bit of organic cane sugar. And I actually emailed them when I was in high school. This is how long I've loved this brand, saying, why do you add sugar? Please take it out and you'd be so much more healthy, and so many different types of diets would be able to then consume your product. They obviously didn't listen to me, it's still in here. But I do love snacking on this. It gives you that satisfying crunch, something salty, and it's mostly just kale, sunflower seeds, tahini, carrot, apple cider vinegar, onion, sea salt, lemon juice. Simple, clean. Little bit of sugar, don't love that, but. And similarly to that, I have carrot sticks. This is the Trader Joe's version. This is the Rhythm Superfoods version. This is completely Whole30. It has carrots, sunflower oil, sea salt, and rosemary extract, and that is it. So this is also something good. I like to dip it in salsa. I like to dip it in hummus. It's just a really fun, crunchy snack. Makes you feel like you might be eating tortilla chips or something, even though you can't eat tortilla chips on Whole30. So it satisfies that craving without, you know, breaking the rules. Next, I go through so much salsa when I'm on Whole30. One of the main reasons is I eat a lot of salads, and it's really hard to find dressings that are Whole30 compliant. You can find them, you can make your own. When I eat out, I'll just order a vinaigrette because I don't eat out that often, and like I said, I'm being flexible with it. When I eat at home though, I love to use salsa as my dressing. I love savory salads, I love like taco salads, so salsa with a little squeeze of lime and maybe just a little bit of olive oil is great. Here's a fun nutrition fact. It is good to add some fats to your salad, like a little bit of olive oil, because a lot of nutrients are fat soluble, so you have to have a fat present to then be able to absorb those nutrients. So mixing this with just a tiny bit of olive oil, it makes a great dressing, and it is Whole30 compliant. It's just tomatoes, water, onions, vinegar, jalapeno, bell peppers, garlic. Also, I dip a lot of things in it. I put it on my scramble. Sometimes I'll make a really easy homemade chili by using turkey patties and this, and literally just cooking it up and mashing it together on the stovetop. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's easy. This is one of the things I mentioned that I give myself leniency on. This is an unsweetened coconut and almond milk creamer. So I use this in my coffees. My main thing is a lot of times I like to use like a French vanilla creamer, like an almond milk vanilla creamer, and I'm trying to get away from waking up and getting used to having something sugary. I'm trying to reset my palate and my habits. So switching over to something that is completely sugar-free, there's no added sugars of any type, is great. But there is a little bit of like locust bean gum, I'm sure is an emulsifier, just things like that, that not technically Whole30, but a lot healthier, and I'm still considering it Whole30. This is my favorite thing. I've noticed a lot of the time on Whole30, I just want to taste something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not necessarily hungry and I don't want a soda or whatever. I just want to taste something flavorful. And I go through so many LaCroix. So many LaCroix. Right now I have tangerine and lemon. I've also found another brand I love at Whole Foods called Waterloo. They have more exciting flavors, like they have watermelon and they have ruby red grapefruit. Those are a little bit more expensive though. So I love LaCroix because it keeps me from unnecessary snacking. It gives me like a nice fruity flavor. They're cheap and they make sure that I'm consuming enough water. So that is something that I love. I got the big boy hummus. This is a big thing of hummus. I love garlic. I feel like it goes well with every veggie. I bought snap peas, bell peppers, and cucumber to dip in this, and then I also showed you the types of chips that I could dip in this as well. Like I said, just notice I eat so many more veggies when I can dip it in hummus. The big one is like $1 more. This was like $4.99 and the tiny small one's like $3.99. So I'll use this. I think it lasts a while too. Another thing I love to snack on is pickles. Pickles are just something so nice and savory and yet refreshing. It's basically guilt-free snacking. It literally says 0 calories, but if you were to consume this whole thing, it would be like 20 calories, I would guess. I'm not big on calorie counting, but I am big on being mindful about mindless snacking. Because if you're just snacking to snack, you don't want to consume those empty calories for no reason. I feel like calories should have nutrient density behind it. Girls can get, I mean anybody, but especially girls can get in a tricky spot by being too obsessed with calories. It is good to be mindful of them though. So that's why I do love these. It can be mindless snacking that is still mindful. And most importantly, whenever I'm craving something sweet, which is honestly the hardest part of Whole30, is I feel like I go through sugar withdrawals and sugar cravings, is I love Larabars. They're just made out of dates and nuts and sometimes some additional fruit. The ones I love the most is coconut cream pie and lemon bar. They're incredible. Cinnamon rolls, okay. I don't love it as much as these two. And what I do is I cut them into 4 to 6 squares and I put them in a food storage container in my fridge. And whenever I have that sweet craving, I just go in there and I grab a little square, and normally like it's satisfied and I'm good. The reason I don't like to consume the whole thing, though these sugars are technically Whole30 compliant because it's all fruit derived, it's still 16 grams of sugar. Sugar is sugar no matter where derived, and I'm really trying to reduce my sugar intake during these next 30 days. So I normally notice just a little bite does the trick, which is why I do that. Those are my tips and tricks. I'm sorry that I couldn't take you to meal prep with me. Some additional things that I got though, if you're curious, I got arugula. I use that all the time. I turn my proteins that I make into salads with that, and I got a lot of different fruit like mangoes and blueberries and bananas. One thing I like to do with bananas sounds disgusting. Bear with me. I mash them and I heat them up with almond butter and cinnamon. I call it Nana Mash, and it's like oat-free oatmeal. Sometimes it's a nice little breakfast side, so that's really weird. Don't knock it till you try it. That's what I do. So those are the things that I'll be eating this week. Next week I'll probably incorporate a little bit more tofu, less meat. Moral of the story is eating healthier doesn't have to be hard. I love resets, but don't feel confined to them. Something like Whole30, you know yourself way better than anybody else. So if you have to make modifications to something for your own lifestyle, for the longevity of it, do it. There's no rules. There are rules if you want to follow rules, but don't feel like you have to follow rules. I've noticed I stick to things better when I make rules that I can actually abide by, and it just makes life easier. If you have any questions, let me know down below and I will try my best to get to them. But thank you for bearing with my terrible video quality. I promise it will get better soon when I have my camera back. If you're new to this channel, my videos don't normally suck this much, so please watch some other ones. And if you feel obligated to subscribe, I would love to hang out with you more. In the meantime though, I hope you have the best rest of your week. Thank you for hanging out with me and I love you so much. Bye.
I finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. That joy you give me every day.